Good evening and welcome to the 2018 Christmas quiz, which this year comes live from the home of the British Grand Prix, Silverstone. We're live here on RS1 and on the RSL Facebook page if you want to join us in vision, here in the President's Suite of the Wing, built in 2011. 4 teams will be competing for one of the most prestigious titles in motorsport tonight, including some familiar faces and some who are here for the first time. Let's meet our teams. Our first team captain has been an ever-present in these quizzes, although often lacking in success. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick Damon.
Hello everybody, and do I introduce my team?
Not yet, that was supposed to be applause.
It doesn't count if it's asked for.
This year he's joined by 2 newcomers to the quiz. Nick, introduce us to your team.
Well, I think to my right, there's no introduction needed. It's that sage old voice of Radio Le Mans endurance races. It's Paul Truswell.
Paul Truswell.
And to my left, someone who might know what they're talking about, which is a worry, but only if it comes to oversteer, understeer, or camber angles. It's H. Howden H. Haynes.
The captain of our second team used to be a radical, but is now a revolutionary, making his debut here tonight, Phil Abbott. Phil, you're obviously best known as being one of the founders of Radical back in 1997. Now you're starting all over again with Revolution. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes, well, I turned 63, so I thought it was time to start a new business, and we decided to start with a program bringing a carbon tub sports race car for under £100,000. It's a big challenge, but something that's working very well.
And that car's going to be racing in 2019?
Yes, oh, absolutely, with the Sports Prototype Cup, with my colleague James Bailey running the championship for us.
Who do you have with you tonight?
As I said, my colleague James Bailey, who's running the Sports Prototype Cup for the Revolution and other brands, and a friend from Motorsport, Alex Brundle.
Our third team captain is the one who's travelled the furthest to be here tonight. Let's hope the journey is worth it. Please welcome Ben Constanduros.
Didn't realise I was a team captain.
Ben, introduce.
That's news to me.
Ben, introduce your team, please.
Well, I've never been here before, so this is my first time. Very excited. I've got a veteran winner, I believe, on my team, Mr. Neil Wooding. Yes. Good.
One more team to introduce, and this team captain is Johnny Palmer, who surprisingly is here.
First time for everything. Let me introduce my team. This man I've actually only met for the first time this evening. It's John Hindhaug.
Eindhoven.
Apparently he's quite well known. And this is Dave Ward, who is a colleague of H's, so I think we've got a bit of inter-team rivalry here at Progressive Motorsport. And I've just learnt that he used to run Jason Plato in the British Touring Car Championship. He'd prefer to forget that, I think.
Was that in the days when Jason used to win races?
No, actually.
It's not.
Can you explain why this is the 2016 quiz, please? Because people are asking about that already.
This is the 2018 quiz. If you look at the graphic up there, it says 2018.
All right, okay. Somebody said 2016 at the start.
As well as testing our contestants' motorsport knowledge here this evening, we also want to put their artistic skills to the test. There are 2 ways in which we'll be doing that. Firstly, over the course of the evening, we'd like each team to write a poem. The subject of the poem is Silverstone. Now, poems can be collaborative efforts, or the team can decide on a single author. They'll be invited to read out their poems at the end of the quiz, with up to 10 points available. We'll allow sonnets, haikus, limericks and free verse, but not epic poems before any of you get ideas about being the next Virgil. We also have the mystery picture round. We've selected a photograph of a car. It may be a race car, it may be a rally car. Each contestant has to draw a picture of what they think that car might be, using the coloured pencils provided. Later in the evening, we'll reveal that car, and the drawing closest to the picture, in the opinion of the judges, will win 10 points for its artist's team. Keeping track of these scores tonight, our resident responsible adult, Eve Hewitt. Eve has the power to impose penalties and points deductions on either team for whatever she wants, basically. Eve, do you have any advice for the teams tonight?
Don't let me catch you cheating.
So from that, cheating's fine as long as they don't get caught.
That's how it works normally.
That's how it works, you know that, right?
Well, not always.
So let's get it underway. For those of you who haven't done one of these quizzes before, you'll find occasional moments of originality interspersed with large chunks that are blatantly ripped off of other quizzes. Our first round is called Guess the Driver. One person from each team will be given a set of cards with the names of racing drivers. They have to describe the drivers in such a way that their teammates guess what is written on the card. They can't use any proper nouns or any rhymes or homonyms. Nick, your team goes first. Choose a team member who is going to read the cards.
I'll read the cards.
Okay, if you'd like to collect some cards here and go to the microphone over there. You have 3 minutes. You have 10 cards. If you get stuck on one, you can come back to it at the end as long as you've got some time remaining. 1 point for each correct guess, and your time starts now.
Brazilian, drove with his first name's the same as the concept album by The Who about a pinball player.
Tommy.
Yeah, and
Burn.
no, his surname is similar to the statue in Piccadilly.
Eros. Tommy Erdos. Tommy Erdos.
Joke, very good racing driver with joke name from the 30s. British driver.
Is he
ran
from the
Mercedes,
30s?
From Mercedes, ran the Mercedes in the 1930s. Everyone thinks his name's very funny. Okay, so
do you want to come back to that?
His surname's the same as the England goalkeeper from the 80s. No.
Gordon
His
Banks.
surname's the same as someone who serves in the Navy. They are a
Seaman.
yes. So that's his surname. His first name,
Oh, Richard Seaman.
also known as.
Dickie.
Thank you. Okay.
Richard.
You've had 1 minute.
Oh, mine's going well, isn't it? First name of this driver is the same as the Commendatore.
Enzo.
And the second name is
Potolicchio.
the same as the. Pardon?
I said Potolicchio
No,
just
the
because I
second name
could.
is the same as the world champion from 1972 and 1974, and he's related to it.
Enzo Fittipaldi.
Female driver, first name sounds like a fairy.
Michel Mouton.
No.
Fairies, you know.
That famous Shakespearean fairy.
It's just a Russian
Michelle.
sounding name.
Tanya Calderon.
Yeah, yes, the second surname's right. So it
Yeah,
is-
Tatiana Calderon, but she's
Thank
called
you.
Tanya. Ish.
Where did you get these names from? They don't even go with anything. Right, first name, it's an English driver. His first name is the same. It was football similes, isn't it? This is the problem, isn't it, really? His surname is the same as Mr. of Dock Green.
Dixon.
Thank you. And his first name.
Scott Dixon.
Pardon?
Scott Dixon.
No, it's his English driver, and his first name is kind of a roguish name.
English driver Dixon. English driver called Dixon.
Are you allowed to do rhymes with?
No.
No? Okay, so. No, the pass it.
You must know the first name from someone else.
Well, honestly, I can't think
It
of
can't be anybody who's
30 seconds remaining.
Christian name.
Well, it's not, but it's my brain's gone. But, okay, the first, this guy is a driver, unsurprisingly. His first name is the same as, let's see. No, again, it's
What's he won?
15 seconds.
This has gone very blanky head round here. I do
Will Hoy.
All right, finally, you've got this is a young man who has done particularly well in a number of endurance races this season. He's done Barrow of Name. He won Formula Clio a long time
And your
ago.
time is up.
And Jerry. No, okay, fine.
Well done.
Only
So-
so, football.
The ones you didn't get there, Tom Onzo-Cole, Pierre Caffer, Marco Apicella,
I had an issue with Pierre's surname.
Pippo Durrani,
I didn't ask
Eric Almirola, and did you get Jake Dixon or just Dixon?
Only
just got Dixon.
Only Dixon. So I think that's 4.
That's an appalling performance. I apologise.
No, it's all right. That's good.
Let's move on to our second team. Who do you want to
with a willing volunteer in Alex.
Alex is going to do this, is he?
Excellent.
What do we know? Alex may be struggling with the ones from before he was born.
Can we try some racing drivers from the 21st?
Has his time started here?
No, your time starts now.
First name is something, is a musical from this time of the year, pantomime, Something Cracker. Something Cracker, the...
Christmas?
No, it's also a ballet.
Nutcracker?
Yeah, so he's called, that's his first name, and then, I can't read your writing, hope this is. Right, I'm passing that.
Scandinavian.
Right. My teammate in a Gibson in 2012 has won Le Mans in 2011. In the same car, drove for Greaves Motorsport, drove for Tim, drove with Karoom, OJ, and he's got a double-barreled second name.
Tom Kimber-Smith.
That's him. Well done, we got that one. Formula One driver, he's French. He drove for Force India.
Esteban Ocon.
Yeah. So, better known American driver with his surname in NASCAR. Famously drove a silver liveried NASCAR in 1995. Think of the most famous NASCAR driver you could think of.
Earnhardt.
Yes. So his brother, I assume.
It is his brother.
It's his
Brother.
his brother, Dale Earnhardt's brother.
Darryl.
No, can't have that one. My teammate again at Sebring this year drove for United Autosports. Is DTM champion for Mercedes.
Paul.
The rest.
Yes. Young lady herself, unfortunately, in Macau this year, going straight on at Lisboa. If you end...
Florian.
Yes.
Yes. Florian. That one.
If you end a dance very quickly, you can end it with a... Are we passing? Passing. Oh,
30 seconds.
if I'm behind somebody and I am behind somebody in my car and I want to catch them up, I am doing something to them. What am I doing?
Towing.
No, I am trying to catch up, so I am...
Flashing your headlights.
Tom does this to Jerry.
10 seconds.
Chase.
Yeah, and
Catching.
the NASCAR driver of the same name.
Chase.
His second name can also be a first name.
And your time's up.
Chase Elliott.
No.
I
Gosh.
thought it did well considering how terribly I did.
You did have a lot that you actually knew there.
Who was the first guy? No, someone.
Knut Klunga. The first one was actually Michele Alboreto, but you decided to pass on him.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of, spirit-related, amaretto-related puns. Couldn't get anywhere.
Ben?
Yes.
Such a youth, your hat on.
Sorry.
Same rules apply. Don't trip over the microphone cable. Your time starts now.
Portuguese GT driver. Second name is probably the Portuguese for water. Kinda. Or Italian for water. It is, isn't it? Oh, that's right.
Is
it still a thing? It is. Yeah.
Rubiacqua?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Let's think, man.
Knight of the Realm, IndyCar driver. His first name is the old Formula One team. His second name is the Knight of the Realm. Part-time IndyCar driver. Also Marissa, test driver. Dad owns Sainsbury's. Or ish.
Jordan King.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good one.
I'm not sure if he does. I'm going to pass on that one. This must be a French gentleman driver, I reckon. His first name, got 3 names, and in typical French style, it's the first name that's double barreled. His first name is French for John. His second name,
No proper nouns.
I can't do that. Oh, sorry. Shall I get rid of that one then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, another very naughty name. I think is he real?
Yes.
He is real. Okay, NASCAR driver.
Dick Trickle.
Yes.
Oh, that was easy, wasn't it? Works Porsche driver. I think he may have won Le Mans this year.
You were there.
No, I wasn't paying a huge amount of attention.
Yeah.
No, not to the rules either.
GT French driver. Well known.
Frederick Makaviki.
No, the other one.
Dumas.
No.
Dumas.
The other one.
The other one.
Former French Carrera Cup champion.
There we go. And he also he shares his name. There's a very silly film, something in Perry.
No proper nouns.
No, that's not proper noun.
Perry is.
Perry is.
Okay. Tough crowd.
Move on.
Move on.
Jesus.
Was it Kevin Estra, by the way?
Yeah, it was.
It would have been, yeah.
Too late.
Yeah.
Son of 500cc motorbike world champion. His, I can't say his father's name. Yeah, his father's done quite a lot of race of champions as well.
Well, his dad was a 500cc, so
Yeah.
it's not Rainey, Lawson,
Australian though.
Doohan.
Yeah.
So, can't remember what his son is. Does
You,
that 3, doesn't he?
It's how you lift a car.
20 seconds.
Jack Doohan. Good. That's you're getting there again.
Only female Formula 3 champion, female from
Formula
last
3?
year. Yeah.
3. Jamie Chadwick.
Yes. Another NASCAR champion this year.
Joe Laguna.
Yes. And World Superbike champion this year.
And your time's up.
Don't know. You're better than that. Good effort.
Johnny, who are you going to send up?
I'm going to, this bloke, he likes talking. John Hindhoff.
Never heard of him.
Go ahead.
And your time starts now.
Just lost his job from Nissan first PlayStation champion.
Lucas Ordonez.
Good, very good. The cat in the cartoon that has the mouse that we were talking about earlier.
Tom.
A bit longer than that.
Thomas.
Thank you. He's got an extra E on the end, otherwise it'd be a very short name. Driven everything, got nicked for having drunks in his... Thank you, Thomas Enger, well done. Was a tiger in Kellogg's advert, first name?
Tony.
Yes, very good. And where the Promised Land was, IndyCar driver.
Tony.
Same initials as the driver that drove for you. The Danish guy that drove for you. Same initials.
Tony Kanaan.
Correct, very good.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not having that one. You really don't.
Phil Hanson.
Very good.
Psychic.
I could see straight through the piece of paper.
They're not getting a point for Phil Hanson.
Same name as we had with the guy who got nicked, etc. Except
Thomas.
With a
Thomas.
No, further through the alphabet.
Surname?
Tommy. Tommy.
Yes, very good. He's an
Milner.
American. He's an American. He's driven everything Trans Am. And it sounds like no, it doesn't matter.
Milner.
Motorcyclist. Father rode with him in super teens to set the bike up for him. British. Rocket Man, his dad was the Rocket Man, Rocket.
Ron Haslam.
Thank you.
Good job.
And I've now not got anything left. So.
Well, obviously you didn't go through all of them.
Well, I did. There was only one I left out, which was the Sun Tit Fan.
You also haven't done Johnny Adam or...
I didn't have Johnny Adam.
Oh, you should have had Johnny Adam. Never mind.
We would have got
Johnny
that.
Adam.
Would have got that.
And we would have got Phil Hansen had we had a chance. Half points for both, please.
Let's take a look at the scores.
Would you like me to read them out?
Yes, please.
Right, okay. I don't think I... That's
Pull
a bit
it.
short. Oh, pull it. Not pull it, then. In fact,
Put it with less hard.
in the lead with 6 points is Ben's team.
Lucky Wooding.
Honours even on 4, Nick and Johnny's team. And bringing up the rear, but only by 1 point, would be Phil's team.
Next round. 3. Our next round
Do listen.
allows each of you to choose a specialist subject from one of these on the board here. So we have 2001, Ferrari, Max Facts and Musical. This is a good question.
I thought you were supposed to answer questions.
You said one team member on
Is that
Somewhere on here.
Is that a point
this
to
is for one team member only, so you've got to nominate a
Right.
team member for this.
Okay. Well, I hogged the limelight last time. So whilst I can see the one that's just burning in my eyes there, I'm gonna offer H the chance to answer these questions. And you choose a subject, H.
None of them are that appealing.
Probably Max Facts, eh?
Yeah, go on then. Max Facts.
Max Facts. These are all facts about drivers who have the first name Max. You just need to identify which Max it is. It's possible that the same answer might come up more than once.
Just say Verstappen every time.
You would be wrong if you were to say Verstappen every time.
But not every time.
Every time.
Oh, okay. Don't say Verstappen ever.
Question.
How many chances do you get to answer? Can you just keep going?
No, you only get one go at each. So, question 1. This Max was the 2010 Brazilian stock car champion.
Come on, H.
Papis, I don't know.
Max Papis is incorrect. Let's see if any of the other teams know. I
Oh,
know that
Neil.
Alex and Neil both know it,
I
and
thought I did, but I don't.
John thinks he does. Anyone want to shout it out?
Max Angelelli.
It's not Max Angelelli, no. Max Wilson is correct. Point for Neil.
Do we get points for that?
Yeah.
Oh, do we?
This is where Neil wins the entire quiz.
Question 2. This Max was the 2003 German Formula BMW champion.
But think about it, he's now 15 years older than that.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a German who's
about 30.
32, called Max.
Max the German? No idea.
Anyone else have an idea? No. Good guess, though.
Good call.
Maxi Book.
No. Also a good guess, though. Max Gertz.
Oh, of course. It's the tongue.
Question 3. This Max celebrated his 52nd birthday at the weekend.
Max Angelelli.
Is correct.
Ooh! Excellent
I
guessing.
sound surprised there.
Top guessing.
Question 4. This Max has raced at Le Mans 7 times and also started 7 Formula 1 Grand Prix.
Well, Max Papis.
Max Papis is correct. Question 5. This Max took 1 victory in Formula 2 this year and is now doing Formula E with Dragon Racing.
The only Max Chilton.
Not Max Chilton. Anyone else? Ben is correct.
Big fan from me.
Question 6. The 2004 Grand Am champion.
I would say Ginelli, but
No, that one was Max Papis as well. Yeah.
You didn't give us a chance
I
to
didn't.
answer.
I didn't give you a chance to answer. Apologies.
Can you give us a point?
Question 7. This Max finished 4th in the 2017 Indy 500.
oh, good God! Why don't I know that?
Because we don't know what it is. Neil is literally waiting to shout.
I'm whispering.
It's his favourite subject.
Like a cat with a small mouth.
Come on. Oh yeah.
Papis.
English.
Oh,
Good start.
Chilton.
Max Chilton's correct.
We'd never guess it.
Question 8. This Max was the 1992 Italian Formula 3 champion.
Anginelli.
Is correct.
You are maxing out.
I'm winging it. Big time.
Question 9. This Max has finished second at the Nürburgring 24 Hours twice, in 2015 and 2013.
Got yourself out.
Gunter.
No.
It's not.
Marty
Goetz.
Goetz.
It's not Goetz.
Martin.
It is Martin, yes. Maxime Martin.
No idea.
Technically, it's a Maxine.
Well,
But we'll take
some
it.
of the others are Maximilian. I mean, finally, the 2005 Italian Formula 3000 champion.
Obviously.
Because obviously there has to be a
Obviously.
Formula 3000 question in this quiz somewhere.
Anginelli again. No.
It's not going to offer us a round.
Italian Formula 3000.
Yes.
Don't know.
No, it's Max Busnelli.
Oh,
No.
yes, marvellous guy. Makes
I
fabulous
didn't
pasta.
know I knew that many Maxes.
Phil, who would you like to answer questions on your team?
All of us. Can we not have all of us?
Just one.
We need all the help we can get. Go on then.
We're gonna.
Conferring.
You choose. You're the boss.
Alex.
Again.
Alex,
You sure?
what category would you like?
I was 11 in 2001.
You might be good at 2001 then.
That might be one of the questions.
How old were you? Right. Well, I might go. I'm feeling the necessity to. Is it only me answering?
Only you.
Musicals.
Musicals. Oh. This is obviously a category designed for Nick Damon.
What exactly?
The answers are all West End or Broadway musicals, or sound very similar to West End or Broadway musicals, and you will get them by working out the cryptic clue that I provide, which is
Okay.
motorsport related.
I'd like you to bear in mind at all times you two did not want to do this. Carry on.
So the first one,
Yeah.
the cryptic clue is: the owner of the Ensign Formula 1 team clones himself 4 times.
Well, who owns that F1 team?
Yeah, I've got it.
No.
Let's throw it over to John Heintoff.
Five guys named Mo.
5 guys named Mo is correct.
You just have to whisper.
Only got as far as 4. Forgot the original.
Can we try a musical that happened in, say, like the last sort of 10 years?
This was showing last year.
You can't
Do you
model-
not
you can't
follow
model
the
the
stage?
I'm not going to freeform questions here. This is a 2016 rap musical about the relationship between a 5-time Formula 1 world champion from Stevenage and George Washington.
It's going to be something like President.
Yeah, I've got it.
Hamilton.
Hamilton is correct.
My mum saw it yesterday. Extra. Do I get extra credit for that?
If you'd seen it, maybe. Next one. James Walker, Derek Warwick and Struan Moore go back to December 1963.
Warwick. Who? Warwick?
Warwick, James Walker,
James Walker.
Struan Moore.
And Stuart Struan Moore.
Paul knows.
It's like generations. It's 3 generations of drivers.
Let's offer it around. We're going to offer it to Paul because he thinks he knows.
Channel Islands.
The Jersey Boys.
The Jersey Boys, yes.
Oh, of course, yeah. Is that a musical? Channel Islands the musical. What musical that would be?
Next.
It's a wave crashing.
A 1980 Le Mans runner-up, 2003 Le Mans winner, and 2002 Star Mazda champion played dice with Nicole Scherzinger and Ashley Roberts.
Oh,
I think lots of people got this one.
Is it Guys and Dolls?
It is Guys and Dolls.
Yes!
A slew of applause even from your own team.
A British schoolmistress is hired to educate Kyle, Sharon, Rebecca and Lisa.
Kyle, Sharon, Rebecca and Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, Bush, NASCAR, I don't know. British schoolmistress. No, I don't know.
John seems to know.
It's one of two, I reckon. But
that's all right.
I'm going to go with The King and I.
Is correct.
Yes.
Any
time,
yeah.
by the way.
It's when he said the answer and you still don't get it. That's the problem.
They are Richard Petty's children.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Sorry.
Of course. Next one. The story of a boy from Dawsonville who just wants to dance.
Oh,
got it.
What's the one with the Billy Elliot?
Yes,
awesome.
Billy Elliot.
From Dawsonville.
I'm doing far better than anticipated.
And considering Hindhoff doesn't watch musicals, he's doing very well.
Well, you see, this is what's worrying me. I'm beginning to think that he's sneaking away, putting his little jazz hands on, and those trips to the racetrack.
Yeah.
He's the dance studio, aren't they, John?
The 2007 Macau Grand Prix winner wants some more.
Who will have won in 2007? It's going to be like... they wouldn't currently be in F1. Which later? It's going to be someone like Sato, I don't know.
Nick? Oliver, yes.
He did, yes.
Can't see me.
I'm watching you.
Turvey won it?
It was Jarvis.
Was it Jarvis won it?
The 1960 British Saloon Car champion plays a mean game of pinball.
Pinball.
We've all got this one.
Pinball Wizard.
It's not. Who do we think got there first? John or Nick or Ben?
Nick, honestly.
Oh.
Tommy, yes.
A
tale of racial gang violence on an aerodynamically efficient part of Mika Häkkinen's title-winning McLarens.
Got it. Okay. We both got it there.
Have you guys got it?
Yeah.
I think John was
John
there
was
first
up
that
first.
time.
Yeah.
An aerodynamic.
Do I get an answer? Tell me when.
Well, as soon as Alex has...
Oh, sorry, I don't know.
As soon as Alex has failed. Pay what on what? Like, I'm going to have a proper go at this one. Go on.
A tale of racial gang violence on an aerodynamically efficient part of Mika Häkkinen's title-winning McLarens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not West Side Story.
It is West Side Story.
Oh, because it had West on there.
You're trying to shake this off, but really, you're a musical boy, aren't you?
Finally.
Are you listening to the same quiz I am?
I'm just wondering if I thought there was lifts in your shoes, but they're taps, aren't they?
I've got a heel, but come on, you should see me without them.
The last one is the most tenuous of them, so you might
really
because the others have just been so straightforward.
This is the story of how Norbert Santos made it his mission to find a new religion based on LMP3 chassis.
What?
Ligier, Junetta, Norma, Santos.
Santos what? Who? Give it again.
The story of how Norbert Santos made it his mission to found a new religion based on LMP3 chassis.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
Anyone else have an idea?
Norman something.
I was thinking that. Both
One of our cameramen knows.
both me and young Mr. Trustman had the same idea. But I know it was the Book of Mormon.
It is. Book of Norma.
Book of Norma, very good.
Ben and Neil, who would you like to
Neil's
nominate?
obviously going to do it.
Neil's going to do this.
Thanks.
And Neil, what category would you like? You still have 2001 or Ferrari?
Here.
Two future world champions made their F1 debuts in 2001. Who were they? You need both to get the point.
Fernando Alonso and Kimi Räikkönen.
Is correct. Question 2. Jason Plato won his first BTCC title this year in what car?
Vauxhall Astra.
Need a bit more than that.
Vauxhall Astra Coupe.
Correct. Question 3.
Was that right? Was
Valentino Rossi won the 500cc motorcycle championship this year. How many race wins did he take?
Straight. A lot.
It's good.
You want a specific number?
I want a specific number.
No, really.
8.
8 is incorrect. Well, 11 is for Nick
Wow.
Damon.
It was a lot.
Question 4. Who took Eddie Jordan to court after
Everyone.
being specifically after being replaced by Ricardo Zonta and then Jean Alesi?
Went half an hour.
In 2001. Giorgio Pantano?
Wasn't Pantano. Offer it around.
Heinz-Held
H.
Frentzen?
Heinz-Held Frentzen is correct.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Question 5. Bentley finished on the podium at Le Mans with Andy Wallace, Butch Leitzinger and Eric van der Poel. How far behind the winning Audi was the car at the end of the race? I'll allow 20% each way.
It was right there, sitting right behind it in the pit lane. It was about 3 feet.
I'll go for 8 laps.
That's not within 20%, I'm afraid. We'll offer it around.
Lynch?
I'm going to go 3 laps.
It was 15 laps.
50.
Wow. What, one of the 15 laps behind?
Felt like it.
Question 6. The 2018 Ginetta Junior champion was born in this year. What's his name?
2018. Oh, don't know.
This year.
This year. It was
No.
Janetta Junior.
Yeah.
God. It was Tom Gamble last year, wasn't it? I don't know this year's.
Anyone? Johnny? You interviewed him obviously 30 times this season.
Yeah.
I've been in this situation before when I've
Robertson.
interviewed.
Charlie Robertson.
Charlie Robertson, he's a bit old for that now.
It's about 10
Johnny
years ago.
Ginetta driver, I know.
It was Adam Smalley.
Sometimes.
Question 7. Richard Burns took the WRC title for Subaru. Can you name 2 other drivers to compete for Subaru that season? There were 4, but you only need to give me 2 to get the point.
Marco Martin.
Marco Martin is 1.
Did McRae do it that year?
For Subaru.
Well, it's not your question,
It's
but
not your
no, he
question,
didn't.
Mix and match.
So Piero Liatti or Steven Piero Liatti?
No.
No.
Toshio Arai drove the
Toshio Arai did drive one of them, Neil Weirden and Petter Solberg.
This is, oh,
Really?
Do we get a point for that?
You get half a point.
Okay.
Question 8. Champ Car cancelled the 3rd race of its 2001 season, the Firehawk 600 presented by Pioneer, because drivers kept blacking out. Where was it due to be held?
Texas.
Texas is correct. Question 9. Takuma Sato won the British Formula 3 Championship this year for Carlin. The highest placed British driver was his teammate. What was his name?
Anthony Davidson.
Anthony Davidson is correct. And question 10. Which Jaguar F1 test driver was fired in May of 2001 for driving too slowly in Milton Keynes?
Favourite question.
Thomas Scheckter.
Thomas Scheckter is correct. Johnny.
I lived in Northampton at that point.
But you managed to run away from it.
Ferrari is the final category. Who would you like to answer questions about Ferrari?
Are we going to be in a situation later on tonight where we get the first choice, by the way?
Yes.
Or? Okay, good. That's all right then. we're feeling a little hard done to here because we're always last in the queue, you know.
Well,
I know I was
turn up
late.
until a minute before we went on air.
Yeah. Can I confer?
Yes.
Who knows about Ferraris? Do you know about Ferraris? Do you know about Ferraris?
Potentially not enough.
Not enough.
I don't know hardly anything.
I'll give it a go.
John's going to give Ferraris a go.
John's going to give Ferrari a go. And obviously, Ferrari would be too easy.
Yeah.
This is actually about Amato Ferrari
Yeah.
of AF Corsa.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Question 1. In what year was he born?
1961.
I'll offer it around. It was 66.
Oh.
As a driver, Amato was champion of a single-seater series in Italy. Which one?
A Bath.
No.
F3000.
F3.
No. It was Formula Boxer. Well done.
There's no point. Alex, it's your first quiz, isn't it? We do all this for 2 hours and Neil wins. It's what happens.
It's actually my second quiz and I hadn't remembered that. But thank you.
Well, you made a big impression the first time.
Question 3. Ferrari took part in 2 rounds of the British Touring Car Championship in 1990. He retired at Brands Hatch but finished 5th in the other race. At which circuit?
What year?
1990.
Donington Park?
I'll offer it a round. No.
Brands?
It's Birmingham Super Prix.
Oh.
What car did Amato Ferrari race in the Italian Touring Car Championship in 1990?
Alfa Romeo.
Is incorrect. We'll offer it a round. Was a Sierra RS 500.
Are you stalking it?
I was at the race. I was at the Birmingham race.
Question 5. Amato Ferrari raced in...
Does Martin Ferrari have his God say he doesn't know about called Neil by any chance?
Amato Ferrari raced in Formula 3 in 3 different countries. Italy was 1. Can you name either of the other 2?
Whilst you were following him around.
Look through your plane tickets from that.
Germany.
Is incorrect. We'll ask Neil.
What was the question?
Which countries other than Italy did he race in Formula 3?
Austria.
No.
France and Spain.
It was Monaco and Japan. Question 6. With which team did Ferrari race in the 1989 IMSA GTP Championship?
Not a clue.
Complete silence. Not a clue from John, and I suspect not a clue from anyone else. It was the De Plazi Albert A9 Buick that he drove.
Do you know what?
Yeah, it was on the tip of my tongue, that, Tim.
Question 7.
Can I have the musicals, please?
How old was he when he retired as a driver?
When did we say he was born? 66.
We did.
He was at least 22, we know that.
Well, we know he's at
How
least
old was he when he retired as a driver?
Yes.
So 89. 27.
I'll give you that.
34.
He was 28. Well, I'll allow you 27. 3 former F1 drivers raced for AF Corsa in the FIA GT Championship. Johnny Herbert and Gianmaria Bruni were 2 of them. Who was the 3rd?
It's too early for Physical. Olivier Beretta.
FIA GT Championship wasn't Olivier Beretta. I'll offer it a round. Paul thinks he knows.
Fisichella?
It wasn't Fisichella.
It's too early.
It wasn't Carl Vendinger either. It was Mika Salo.
Oh.
Question 9.
Should have known that.
How many race laps of Le Mans have been completed by AF Corsa Ferrari 430s? And I will accept 25 on each side.
25?
Yeah.
So there's normally what?
This is advanced maths, isn't it? Anything else?
Only 430s.
Only 430s.
800.
Not 800. We'll offer it.
1,526.
No, way out.
8,200.
We're going to say
8,000.
We're bidding high.
There's normally about there's about
I know
three,
there are a lot of AF Corsa cars in the race, but
about 5 cars,
A
about
million.
300 laps of Le Mans in a GT, probably less. No,
How many years?
about 300 laps in a GT. How many years?
Well, he's not telling us that.
and
430.
think about reliability as well.
One.
Yeah, but it'll sort of like even out.
You seem surprised by 8,000.
I'm massively surprised by 8,000. The other two guesses are a lot closer.
Okay, well, let's just go for like 300.
Are we going to just throw this
Oh,
out
eh?
an hour or two, are we?
Go 3.5.
It was 939.
Surprisingly low.
It is surprisingly low.
It's because the rest were done with another model or something.
Yes. Final question for John.
goodness.
AF Corsa Waltrip entered the Daytona 24 Hours in 2012
AF
and
Corsa what, sorry?
2013.
Yeah, of course, of what?
Waltrip.
World Trip, yes.
Yep. Entered the Daytona 24 Hours in 2012 and 2013. Rui Aguas, Rob Kaufman and Michael Waltrip drove in both years. Which two drivers only raced at one 24 Hours?
Well, you're going to give me easy ones.
What, the ones that he commentated on?
I didn't commentate on those.
No, he didn't.
No clue. Salo and somebody else.
Brian Vickers is not one of them.
I've no idea.
It was Travis Pastrana and Clint Boyer. Let's take a look at the scores.
Pick the mic up.
Don't be so pessimistic. Right.
Pick the mic up.
Pick the mic up.
Right.
Don't pull it too hard this time. In the lead narrowly now is Ben's team with 15. Nick's team has streaked up to second with 14 points. In third place we have Phil's team on 8 and Johnny's team has 7.5.
We might make a podium here, lads.
Johnny, it's only because you're going last, so
mate.
that's fine. If we change into half time, you'll be fine.
Good. I do hope so. Can I have that in writing?
You have the wind behind you by then, Johnny.
Next, we move on to the connections round. This one you might notice has been blatantly ripped off, and Johnny's team does go first here. So, Johnny, choose an Egyptian hieroglyph, please.
The Eye of Horus.
The Eye of Horus.
Of course.
Okay, so 5 points if you get it from the first clue, 4 if you get it from the second clue, 3 for the third clue, and 1 point if you have all 4 clues.
And what's the premise?
What's the connection between the 4 things, the 4 words you see? Or
Well, there's
terms
only
you
one
see?
word there at the moment.
That's right. There's only one at the No.
Fantastic. Be all right.
Right.
Only until I get bored.
It's always the best way to measure anything.
Has it got anything to do with the hieroglyphic?
No.
Should we say next?
Oh, right, okay.
It's a BBC, no, it's a BBC 4 quiz show he's ripped off. Which usually
Should we say next? Or
No, that's as Ninja Turtles.
It's not.
Okay. Okay. In which case, next.
You're disappointed.
Riberas.
It's not Riberas.
Okay. Finally.
30 seconds.
Finally. Anyway.
But Neil knows it now. It is a Speraficos, yes. It's drivers with the surname Sperafico. Alex is the oldest. He was born in January 1974, raced in Formula 3000 and IndyCar, but his only race victory was in the Barber Dodge Pro Series at Sebring in 2001. Riccardo, born in July 79, was the champion of Italian Formula 3000 in 2000, runner-up in International Formula 3000 in 2003 for Ciclone, then did Champ Car and 6 seasons of Brazilian stock cars. His twin brother Rodrigo began his career in British Formula Ford, Formula 3 and Formula 3000, but lacked his brother's success. And Rafael was the youngest, born in April 1981, died in a crash at Interlagos in December 2007.
Victoria Corrin's heard of none of them.
And that's 1 point then, Tim. Is that correct?
Victoria Corrin Mitchell.
1 point for Neil,
Yeah.
yes.
True.
The information rolls off your head.
I know, it's great. Ben's team, yes. And it is now Ben's team to choose a Egyptian hieroglyph.
The waves.
Yeah.
Or the
Water.
mountains.
The MWM.
Water.
Water?
This is a picture round. For people.
He's filmed with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know who that is on the right.
This could be
Which
anything.
team he or she drives for.
Oh, no, I think I know. No, okay.
Sure, used to be somebody I recognise, but I don't recognise now.
She's
Who the third one is?
Sorry?
Yeah. No, I think I've made a gross error.
It would be, absolutely.
She's married. She's married to someone important. Or is someone important? Let's go to the fourth picture.
That's
If you
off
say
America.
so.
That's thingy off America.
The American thingy.
Yeah.
Your knowledge.
I think they're all American, but that's not a
No, I know,
valid
but I'm
connection
saying.
here.
This is interesting. I saw the last two. I can't see any link between them.
No. Does anyone else have any idea?
Go to the 4 pictures up instead of that one.
No, not now.
Right.
We've gone past that.
It was Walter Cronkite the last, wasn't it?
An inkling?
No.
It was Jenner before that.
They were Caitlyn Jenner, Walter Cronkite, Gene Hackman and David Carradine, and they are celebrities who've raced in the Sebring 12 Hours.
It was Bruce Jenner who raced.
It was Bruce when he raced.
Yeah,
She raced.
No, he raced.
None of them won, no. Phil,
What do you want?
what would you like?
What was that one? What?
That was
were
Wavy
just,
Water.
that was
That
the
was
watery
water.
one, was it? So. Very considered.
Yeah. Have any of them gone?
I'm not overly sure about
No, the bottom two have gone. Horus and
the lion, the sphinx.
We'll have the liony one.
Yeah.
The lion.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your first clue.
Brothers, got it.
I need more than just brothers.
Scottish.
Brothers with the same surname.
Champions? What championship is it?
Do you want to see another clue?
Come on. Yeah. Brothers who've raced in the same series.
TVR Tuscans.
It's not TVR Tuscans.
Brothers that have won the same championship.
No. Do you want a third clue?
Yeah. There.
Well, you wouldn't be surprised to know that Daniel Mackay and Ewan Mackay are brothers.
Oh, no.
If they don't get it, we've got it.
Davy Jones, Godfrey Jones. Brothers who've both competed at Le Mans.
Not that.
I don't know.
Fourth clue?
I don't even know them.
Oh.
Go on,
Well,
Phil.
this has now become the greatest question ever because it's got Patrick Heisman in it. Do we have a report from about qualifying?
The weather was changeable.
And that's a gag people used to listen to the show, what, 7 years ago?
Yeah, but I think they all
It's
work.
not Nürburgring.
We've got it. We had it after the second one, if that makes any difference.
It doesn't.
Nobody doing 24 hours?
Let's pass it across to Johnny's team.
John reckons he's got it.
Brothers who competed in Porsche Carrera Cup.
That's not quite right. It's brothers who have raced Porsches.
I would.
Because David Jones and Godfrey Jones obviously raced in the British GT Championship.
In a Porsche, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'd like to think you could probably get that after the second one.
Oh, come on, that's worth half a point, though, surely.
I'm going to give that half a point. I am going to give that half a point.
Nick?
Yes. Snake, please.
That's just
Obviously.
The serpent.
Obviously.
I thought he would have said.
Right.
No idea who was sixth.
I don't even know what year it was. That would have been...
That's John Watson's year.
Was it? Oh, he wasn't sixth then, was he?
Not another clue.
Go on then, we have a second clue. Right, that's Lewis Hamilton. So Lewis Hamilton was first. Hang on.
Could be McLaren.
Wait. There's one thing out, there's one thing out on the edge that might be, but I wouldn't know how to confirm it.
Maybe a third clue would
hang on a
confirm it
second.
for you.
No, I was just thinking, how many points do we get if we go for it now?
4.
And we're allowed to go for it again, aren't we?
Yes.
Pirelli.
Pirelli is incorrect.
Oh no, okay, on that application. First in 1995.
When was the year? Is it Brookswell? Is it Ilmar? Oh, it could be. Was 1995 the year they bought that short block out?
Okay.
Engines built in Brixworth.
It's not engines built in Brixworth. Let's have a look at the fourth clue.
I don't know at all.
And now the team over there thinks they haven't got it.
Well, that'll go. It's not Mercedes engines, is it?
It's not Mercedes engines. What do you think it is over there then, John?
Well, we were going to mention Mercedes.
Mercedes chassis.
It's about the drivers, if that helps.
All called Lewis?
They're not all called Lewis. It helps us to suspect if you know who finished 6th in the 1981 British Grand Prix.
Well, it helps either first, third or fourth question, to be honest.
So the drivers involved are Slim Borgood, Lewis Hamilton, Jacques Villeneuve and Shane Lynch.
All released albums?
They have all released albums. Wow. Slim Borgood was most famously the drummer with Abbott, but an accomplished jazz musician in his own right. Yes, Lewis Hamilton plays guitar and the piano and has written an album which is yet unreleased, but did sing backing vocals. Did sing backing vocals on Christina Aguilera's Liberation.
That'd be a great question in a quiz sometime.
It would be. Jacques Villeneuve released an album called Private Paradise in 2007. It's described as soft rock with country undertones. It's partly in French, and it is as bad as it sounds.
It wasn't just described as terrible.
Shane Lynch would have won the British GT Championship had he not been caught out by a spinning back marker at Brands Hatch. Yep. As a member of Boys, only won 4 Brit Awards, 3 MTV Europe Music Awards, and an Ivor Novello Award. He sold more than 18 million albums.
From a small stall on the market.
Let's take a look at the scores.
There's another old scoreboard.
In fairness, no one's progressed very much in that round at all.
We got half a point.
So, in fact, only 1.5 points were scored.
Really?
So we have JP is now on 8, and Phil's team is now on 9, and the rest of the scores stay the same. So we're still in the lead is Ben's team on 15, and in second place is Nick's team on 14.
We now, after this round, will need you to hand in your artwork. So just be prepared to be ready to hand you.
It needs to be read out.
Not the poem, the drawing. You need to.
It's a race car.
It's a race car or a rally car.
Or a rally car. And we have to get our drawing as close as possible
Yes.
To a picture you've never seen.
to a picture we've never seen.
Oddly, about 4 years ago, this was really easy because you just did the Lola from 1999, which is Tim's favourite car ever. He has a Lola bread spread. He has a Lola pillowcase.
Bread spread?
The bread spread is better. It's like peanut butter, but it's Lola flavoured.
Lola's gone now. It's Johnny's team's turn to go first.
Thank
here.
goodness for that. We'll moan some more.
This is an individual round, so you need to pick someone who hasn't done an individual round before. So not
I'll do
John.
it.
Cool.
You'll do this one. Okay. Actually, that's not true at all. It is individual in the sense that each contestant gets one, so you can decide which of your team gets the first one, which gets a second, and which gets a third.
I'll do the first one.
Okay. We're looking for anagrams. This is the anagram. Twinkle's Nag. These are obviously all motorsport related.
Yes.
Not necessarily drivers.
Owen Trinkler.
It's not Owen Trinkler.
Where's
I'm
the
not
R?
going to offer these
Thank
round
you.
because we'll be here all night. It would have been Watkins Glen.
Watkins Glen.
So who is going to do your second
I'll do
one?
the second one.
Dave?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at that one.
What does that say? Lap?
Urid car.
There's no good Kerry knowing it. Oh, Eve knows it too. So obviously, it's a lady question, obviously.
No.
No.
Just say anything.
Anything?
Harry Vatanen.
Without my lips moving.
Eve and Kerry.
No, you go.
Paul Rickard is correct.
good.
That means, John, you get the next one.
Mallory Park.
Mallory Park is correct for 1 point.
Oh, well done.
Ben, which of you and Neil is going to go first?
Yeah, all right.
You first? Have a look at this
drawing.
one.
That's the first one I've known.
I'm useless at these. No.
I'll give you a clue. You've been there.
Oh, good.
Can I help? I can't confer. Can I confer with him?
No.
No.
That's a shame.
I can't tell him what it is. Can I write down? That's not confirmed.
Probably enough time.
I'm going to give up. The other teams know it. Everyone knows it.
Yeah, I'm rubbish at these though.
Someone tell him.
Talladega.
Talladega.
There's no points.
But there's no
How do you know
points
it's
there.
Talladega?
Because I was with you when you were there.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have it. That makes you feel better.
Yeah, good.
Boogity boogity.
Neil, you get this one.
Keep going from screen to screen, but it doesn't get any easier. But no.
I'll have to hurry you.
Yeah. No. No.
That one was Albert Park.
Albert Park. Park.
And
I got the Park
obviously,
bit.
because there's only two people on this team, it goes back to Ben for the next
Does it have to go
one.
back to me? Can it not be a free pass to Neil?
Let's have a look at Orca Schnapps Farm.
It's also
You've been there.
Without me.
Oh. Is that Spa-Francorchamps?
It is Spa-Francorchamps.
I thought Neil was answering that one.
No, Ben was answering that one.
Well, Neil would have got it anyway.
twice.
Phil, who would you like to go first on your team?
Oh, James.
Okay, James Bailey, you get this one.
Oh. I know. How annoying. Can I go?
Could I ask Alex to give me a hint?
Alex can give
I think
you a
it's in
hint.
Italy.
Valunga.
Vallalunga is correct. Who would you like to go next?
Alex.
Alex
Look
next.
at the horror on this.
That's how we're playing.
Track limits.
Alex, have a go at this one.
Oh, I shouldn't have shown off with this one, should I? No.
We can let James give you a clue on this one.
It's not Assen.
Yeah, it's not Assen. I'm nowhere on this one. Ostrikering. No, there's no. Yes, there is. Yeah.
Neil knows it, but no points for this. But it is. It is a Saxon ring. So Phil, you get this one.
You'd think the short ones would be easier, wouldn't you?
Doesn't work like that. I find long ones are easier.
Well, I'll leave that one
There's
there.
less what it could be.
No. That's a bit really stupid.
No.
These are all easy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Paul Trustwell knows this one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well done, Paul.
After 3-0, 1, 2, 3, Kyle Army.
Kyle Army it was.
Long enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the girls say. Anyway, so
Nick, who would you like to go
I'll
first?
just do it that way for speed.
So H, you get this one. The gnarliest O.
Honestly, no. No.
It's not oystering. It's in Germany.
It's not in Germany
Austria, sorry.
or Austria.
Yeah, it's neither of those things.
That's Interlagos.
Is it?
It is.
Blimey.
Nick, next, you get this one.
This is going to be pointless, but carry on.
Blimey.
Jesus.
We've got this.
I'm very pleased for you.
It's alright, he always is.
They're very far away. They can't hurt me.
Is there any clues at all?
It's in Europe.
That's no real clue.
how
but
long
thanks for
have you
that.
I could have driven around it quicker than this.
It's a short circuit. Okay.
Very.
I generally have no idea.
Nürburgring Nordschleife.
It is in Nürburgring Nordschleife.
Oh, that's not fair.
Why not?
Is it not fair?
Because
What,
it's
that I got something?
Well, no, because I could see Nürburgring. I couldn't work. Oh well.
Finally, for Paul.
Come on, Paul. You're a wordsmith.
It's got a Z in it.
It's got a Z in it. It's got a Z in it.
It does have a Z in it.
This is going to be one of those American circuits with its full sponsor name, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
But not on the video stream, it's fine.
A lot of people looking very, very perplexed.
Yeah.
I cannot think
No,
of
there's-
any name even that long, let alone. with
No, that's
the-
why I say it's Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca or some.
Yeah, can we guess that?
Except that's not what it's called.
It's not Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca.
But it's some
There's no L's in
variation
there.
on one of those.
It's not in the US.
No, Canada. Phillip Island.
That's very close.
Phillip Island is incorrect. Does anyone want to have a guess at this one?
Can you give us like?
Are we all going to go? Oh.
Is it in Europe?
It's in Central America. Ben's been there. Neil, I think
It's the
you've
place
been
in
there.
Argentina, round the lake.
Autodromo Hernando.
No, I do mean the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez.
Hernando Rodriguez.
That's the end of the anagrams round.
Thank
I'd be
goodness for
very
that.
pleased. No. So we now need to collect in your pictures. So make sure your names are on them.
Do we all have to do one?
Yes, one per person.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I've done two in the car. You do I've done a two in the car.
And while we do that, Eve's going to read out the scores.
Well, I'm also going to point out that the lovely Mrs. Haynes scored more points than all of you. And the scores are still in the lead is Ben. Second place is still Nick. In third place is Phil's team.
What's the gap
And
between Nick and I?
2 points.
2 points. We've extended.
Yep.
25 years.
Third place is 10 points for Phil's team, and John's team, JP's team rather, is on 9 points.
10 points for the picture and 10 points for the.
Still waiting for some drawings to come in from the more distant teams.
We've both covered off a single sheet today. We've not been very strategic.
Don't worry, that team's given us 2 single-seaters as well.
And one.
And a transit van, apparently.
One ubiquity vehicle.
Can you just give them to
Oh, I like it.
Eve?
I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Ben and Neil we're going to penalise you if you don't bring these up soon.
Relax. There you go.
Let's move on to our next round, which is the Anniversaries Round.
My birthday.
It is your birthday. What's your birthday?
It was my birthday at the weekend, yes. Thank you, Ben. You going to sing? No? Okay. This time it is Nick's team's turn to go first. Nick, this year
Yes.
marked, and this is for the whole team to answer,
You.
this year marked the 90th anniversary of the British Racing Drivers Club, our hosts here at Silverstone today.
Mm-hmm.
You have 4 minutes to name as many as you can of the current BRDC Rising Stars, and your time starts now.
Charlie Eastwood. Well, I thought you were going to help me there.
I don't know.
Doesn't he say yes?
I'm not saying it's a Charlie
How many
Eastwood
are
because
there,
it's
by the
wrong.
way?
There are 39 of them,
39, okay. Right.
so you could pick up a lot of points here.
Dan Camish,
Dan Camish is not on the list.
Jake Dennis.
Jake Dennis is not on the list. You want to be looking younger for Rising Stars.
Stephen Licorice.
Stephen Licorice not on the list. He's a journalist.
There are people shouting at YouTube now.
The big problem is that this kind of infers that any of us really follows junior
The-
British motorsport.
I haven't looked at it.
Andy Marrick's interview on the big interview last week.
On the show when he went through pretty much
Don't
every
listen to
single
the
one.
show.
of them.
No,
know
he
that.
went through the superstars because that's what he's now in charge
Well,
of.
not
The
in
Rising
it.
Stars.
That's not
And the
worth
Rising
it.
Stars. Can't name a single person.
Do you know anyone?
No.
No.
Not a clue.
We've got 2.5 minutes
Ollie
left.
Oakes, Ollie
Ollie
Webb,
Oakes. Now a team manager, no.
Nigel
High
Mansell.
tech. Yeah.
Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. No, he's from Doctor Who. He's from Dan 10 over there. This is where our quiz collapses. I've been literally advising NASCAR drivers for a fortnight.
It's a shame you didn't get the. I mean, this is all down to which desk you're sitting on, to be honest.
Well, yeah. Anything else?
No, I'll keep
You
myself.
do track comments.
You now have two minutes left.
There's a book of them sitting at home.
I'd like to say right now that H and I are very disappointed in Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have to start?
Start with some drivers who are aged 15 to 24 and British or Commonwealth and
24.
Yes.
Are you doing really well?
I mean, we're looking at. I mean, we have drivers who've won championships this year.
Lando Norris?
Lando Norris not on the list.
George Russell?
George Russell not on the list.
Alex Albon, he was born in this country.
Alex Albon not on the list.
You're getting too old, Nick. They're young.
No, 24.
Look young.
They're coming out through the.
I don't like grassroots, they're kind of green.
Just over a minute remaining.
Realistically, let's not waste everyone's time. Just move on.
We can waste some people's time.
There's no bonus points.
Yes, there are.
There are bonus points.
Oh, you're in real trouble now.
Shall we read our list and see how many?
Yes, let's see how many they've got.
Go on then. Go on, you go.
We have Ross Gunn.
Ross Gunn is correct, yes.
Charlie Robertson.
Charlie Robertson is
Can we get him?
correct.
Colin Noble.
Colin Noble's correct.
Jake Hill.
Jake Hill is correct.
Aidan Moffat.
Aidan Moffat is not correct.
As a Scottish rising star. Jack Goff.
Nice.
Jack Goff is not
Probably a
correct.
superstar now, Jack Goff.
Seb Morris.
Seb Morris is not.
Okay.
Tom Gamble.
Tom Gamble is.
Jamie Chadwick.
Jamie Chadwick is.
Jamie Caroline.
Jamie Caroline is not.
Jamie.
And the Magic Torch.
There are no more Jamies.
Tom Oliphant.
Tom Oliphant is not.
Is Alice Powell.
Alice Powell is not.
You
Shall I go through the list?
Running out.
Does anyone else? Yeah.
Anybody else got any?
Only what they said.
Can't get that.
39 of them, and between the 11 people here, you've got about 10. So Reese Barr, Matt Brabham, Lewis Brown, Jamie Chadwick, Max Coates, Ricky Collard and Jordan Collard, Jehan Daruvala, James Dorlin, Max Futrell, Senan Fielding, Tom Gamble, Ross Gunn, Philip Hanson, Daniel Harper, Nathan Harrison, Jake Hill, Ben Hingley, Raoul Hyman, Cian Jewis, Arjun Mayani, Joey Mawson, Ewan Mackay, Stuart Middleton, Sandy Mitchell, Billy Munger, Colin Noble, Oscar Piastri, Senna Proctor, Thomas Randall, Alex Reid, Charlie Robertson, Toby Sowery, Jordan Stilp, Bobby Thompson, Will Tregurtha, Andrew Watson and Ant Ward-Niels.
We got one.
Yes, you got a point for that.
You got one. Which is not bad out of 39.
We managed 7.
No, but mostly there.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to be invited back to the BRD show. Phil.
Just thinking through which one of my mates have got a sticker on their car. To be honest.
This year marked the 60th anniversary of the British Touring Car Championship. You have 4 minutes to name as many drivers as you can who competed in the 2018 British Touring Car Championship. There's a possible 41 of these.
So you've got
41.
We've got Plato Moffat.
Yes.
What's his face? The fast kid in the
Well, you mentioned him.
Jake Hill.
Jake Hill.
Bobby Thompson.
Bobby
yeah,
Thompson.
Jack Goff.
Jack Goff.
Yeah.
And who's his teammate? Brett Smith.
Yes.
Rob Austin.
Yes.
Ricky Collard and Jordan Collard.
Yeah.
No,
only
Ricky Collard and his dad. Rob.
Rob, yes.
Colin Turkington.
Turkington.
One.
Champion.
Andrew Jordan.
Andrew Jordan you can have,
Andrew
yes.
Jordan. Oh yeah, tyre supply.
Ash Sutton.
Ash Sutton, yes.
Josh Price.
Josh Price.
James Cole.
James Cole.
His teammate was Tom Chilton.
Yes.
Sam Tordoff.
Sam Tordoff.
And they're just the ones that drove Team Hard.
Rory Butcher.
Rory Butcher's correct.
And his teammate was Glyn Geddy.
Yes.
Sam Smelt.
Sam Smelt you can have.
You're getting like into Billy's then, aren't you?
Adam Morgan.
We've got quite a few race winners left.
Adam Morgan.
Adam Morgan.
Yeah. How many do we have to get?
Dan Camish.
Yeah, Dan Camish.
Dan Camish, yes.
Good point. And he drove what? He drove one of those Hondas. Who was his teammate?
We've had that Matt Neal.
Matt Neal.
You haven't had that. So.
Well, yeah, so Matt Neal.
We
run through the rest. Who drove all the BMWs? You had Collard, Turkington. They had a third BMW.
Andrew Jordan. We
Andrew
had
Jordan.
and Stephen Jelly.
Stephen Jelly.
Stephen
yes.
Jelly. 2 Focuses, more than that Focuses,
We've
and then
we had Tordoff.
I think you've got all the Focuses.
Sam Tordoff.
We had Tom Chilton.
Tom Chilton.
And
You're at 22. Wow.
Tom Chilton.
How many do you have to get?
James Cole.
Do we just get points for all of them?
You get as many as you can in the time allowed. You've got just over a minute left.
James Cole, did we
James
have?
Cole you've had.
We've had. We've had Rob Austin.
You've had Rob Austin.
Who was the other Rob Austin racing driver, or did he run himself this year?
He was on his own this
He
year.
ran himself this year. didn't
Jackson.
he? Yes, good point.
Which Jackson?
Tom.
One of them.
Tom
No.
Jackson, the other one.
Colin Jackson was a sprinter.
Not Colin Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Tom Jackson was an
Michael
LMP3
Jackson.
driver, actually.
Yeah.
Latoya Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
30 seconds.
We've had all 3 Subarus, had all 3 Fords, had all 3 BMWs.
Famous touring car drivers. Flash Gordon didn't drive one, did he? He went to TCR.
Matt Simpson's correct.
Nice. Who was?
One-off
Who
driver.
else was in the AMD till the middle of the year? Before Geddy drove the AMD.
Antwater Eels.
I'm sure the audience enjoyed that sound
Time's
I
up.
just made.
Ones you didn't get. Let's see if Ben and Neil have got some more.
Yep. Antwater Eels.
They did say Antwater Eels.
Mike Bushell.
Mike Bushell, yes.
Ollie Jackson.
Ollie Jackson. That's
Dan
all.
Lloyd.
Jackson, you can get Dan Lloyd, yes.
Tom Oliphant.
Tom Oliphant.
Did he do a race, did he?
Chris Smiley is correct.
James Nash.
James Nash is correct. The others that no one's got: Senna Proctor, Josh Cook, Tom Boardman. They did get Matt Neal. Tom Ingram.
Tom Ingram. No one got Tom Ingram.
No one got Tom Ingram.
I thought you said.
Michael Caine, Dan Welch,
Lorini.
Ollie Pidgley, Carl Boardley, Ethan Hamilton, and Josh Cagill. So Ben and Neil, this year marks 55 years since the formation of McLaren. You have 4 minutes to name as many drivers who've competed for McLaren in Formula One as you can. This includes entries by McLaren or BMMR, and your time starts now.
Alonso, Van Dorn,
Fernando Alonso and Stoffel Van Dorn, yep.
Button,
Yes.
Perez,
Yes.
Lewis Hamilton,
Yes.
Heikki Kovalainen,
Yes.
We're going back.
Mika Hakkinen,
Mika Hakkinen.
David
Yes.
Coulthard,
Yes.
Martin Brundle,
Yes.
Mark Blundell,
Yes.
Olivia Panis.
No.
Jan
No.
Magnussen,
Yes.
Kevin Magnussen,
Yes.
John Watson,
Yes.
Nicky Lauda,
Ed
Yes.
Senna.
Alan Prost,
Yes and yes.
Stefan Johansson,
Yes.
Michael Andretti.
Yes.
we said John Watson, haven't we?
You have said John Watson.
Okay, so James Hunt,
Bruce McLaren.
Yes.
Jochen Mass,
Bruce McLaren, yes. Jochen Mass,
um,
yes.
Hans Stuck, Bruce McLaren, Denny Holm, Peter Revson,
Danny Hulme, yes. Peter Revson, yes.
Stephen
Danny
South,
Hulme, yes. Stephen South, yes.
Tony Trimmer,
Tony Trimmer, he's not on the list.
Andrea De Cesaris,
Andrea De Cesaris is.
Alboreto.
Michele Alboreto is.
Keke Rosberg.
Keke Rosberg, yes.
79. Said Cesaris. Said Dracomelli.
Slowing down now.
Yeah. 60s, 70s. So Revson. 79. There's got to be somebody easy that we're forgetting about.
We have several more.
Who's James Hunt? Was it?
You have said James Hunt. Oh, well, there are still several more.
Several more.
Several more.
Hans Stuck didn't he?
Hans Stuck's not on the list.
Gilles Villeneuve.
Gilles Villeneuve is on the list.
Yeah. Dan Gurney.
Dan Gurney is on the list.
Yeah. Jackie Hicks.
Jackie Hicks is on the list.
Is there anybody modern that we've missed?
Yeah, I think there's a couple in the early 90s, but...
91. Oh, Gerhard Berger.
Gerhard Berger's correct.
Lacey didn't.
Patrick Tombe.
Patrick Tombe is correct.
Who was in 95, 94, 95?
Well, yeah, that was Jan Magnussen, Mika Hakkinen, Brundle. Philippe Alliot.
Philippe Alliot is correct.
Then you had Blundell.
Do we say Blundell? We
Yeah,
said
we
Blundell.
said Mark Blundell.
We said Mark Blundell. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
30 seconds.
Any of the British guys might have done like a private one. Like a Rupert Keegan type. Or Bruno Giacomelli.
Bruno Giacomelli's correct.
Blimey. That's a cracking brain you've got there.
One of the somebody else at the Nürburgring. Guy Edwards never drove a McLaren, did he?
Not a Formula 1 car, no. 5 seconds.
Female. Well, Sarah Fisher drove one.
And your time is up.
Can I have mine now?
We've got one, maybe.
Let's see.
Let's
Let's hear Alex's
one.
one.
We thought Pedro de la Rosa hadn't been cut.
No one had said Pedro de la Rosa, but that is a correct answer. Nick, what else did you get?
Alex Wirtz.
Alex Wirtz, yes.
Montoya.
Juan Pablo Montoya would have been
Mansell.
correct, yes. Nigel Mansell, yes.
Emerson Fittipaldi.
Emerson Fittipaldi, yes.
Jamie Davis.
Jody Scheckter.
Test drivers.
We're only looking for drivers who'd started races.
Did we have Peter Revson?
They did say that.
Peter Revson was wrong, I think. Oh no, he's correct, yes. Peter Revson is correct. There we go, yep. They had said that. Johnny's team, did you get any others?
No.
There's only a few left that no one got. I don't think anyone said Derek Bell, did they?
No.
No. Nanny Galley.
Nice call.
Mike Halewood and David Hobbs.
David Hobbs.
And did anyone say Kimi Räikkönen?
I thought you said him.
I thought Neil said. Didn't you say Kimi? Right?
No, so Kovalainen.
They switched past him.
Johnny.
Yes.
This year marks the 70th anniversary of the formation of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing Inc. You have 4 minutes to name as many drivers as you can who've won the championship in the top level of NASCAR competition. Your time starts now.
Joey Logano.
Joey Logano is correct.
Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch.
Jimmy
Kyle
Johnson
Busch is
7
correct.
times,
Jimmy
so that's 7
Johnson's
points.
correct.
Surely.
Yeah, should
Dale
be.
Earnhardt Jr.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is incorrect.
Richard Petty.
Richard Petty is correct.
Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch.
Kurt Busch is
Keselowski.
still wrong. Brad Keselowski is correct.
Oh, come on. Truex.
Martin Truex Jr. is correct.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Matt Kenseth.
Matt Kenseth is correct.
Robbie Gordon.
Robbie Gordon.
And then Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon.
That's what I meant.
There was a Robbie Gordon. Montoya.
Go back further.
No.
Did you do Richard Petty? You did.
I did
Richard Petty.
That was the obvious one.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the 1980s or the 70s NASCAR.
Richard Hendricks?
Richard Hendricks, no.
Did he do it as a driver?
No.
Yeah, but we get one, we've got more.
Did you say Jeff Burton?
Jeff Burton.
Jeff Burton is incorrect.
Gone for it.
Who was the other Burton?
I think the two Gordons are there.
Richard Burton. Richard Burton.
Tim Burton.
Richard Burton and Tim Burton, also incorrect.
Burton's menswear. What have you got? Guessing.
Got about a minute and a half left.
I don't think we're going to get any more.
This could be very boring radio and TV, frankly.
Not on the
You're in close up, Johnny. It's a housewife's choice.
What
TV,
the furrowed brow?
You turned up in your jacket with your glasses. You're a thinking woman's bit of crumpet. Is what I would say.
I'm purporting to be intelligent. That's what it's all about. Entirely fake.
I heard you're only late because you're looking for unused timing sheets from previous events.
Yeah, but none of them are coming in useful today. I haven't got any on NASCAR. There's something to look at in 2019, eh? The full back catalogue of NASCAR results. Need another storage unit.
Sorry, probably for January.
Yeah, but the swaps get in the storage unit, don't they?
We're going to stop there.
30 seconds. No.
Yep, stop.
Okay, let's see who else has got some options.
No, we said Dale Earnhardt.
No,
we
we
did.
did Dale Earnhardt.
We did.
You said Dale Earnhardt Jr.
No, we said. I
You
said
only
Dale
said
You said
Earnhardt.
Dale
Jr.
Earnhardt, Dale Hurd Jr. Did,
Okay.
definitely.
Michael Martin.
Mark Martin.
Mark
Martin,
Martin. No, Mark Martin is famous for only ever finishing second.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd won. That's why I didn't mention him.
Darryl
Waltrip.
Darryl Waltrip's correct.
Oh, well, there we are.
Waltrip.
Well, quick while we're ahead then.
Rusty Wallace.
Rusty Wallace is correct.
Matt Kenseth.
Matt Kenseth is correct, but they did get that.
Yeah, I can say we did say that.
Alan Kulwicki.
Alan Kulwicki's correct.
We didn't say that.
David Pearson.
David Pearson.
Kel Yarborough.
Kel Yarborough.
Bobby Allison.
Bobby Allison.
Junior Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson they got.
Junior Johnson.
Oh, Junior Johnson. Yes.
Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart.
Kevin
I
Harvick.
don't think he ever won it, did he?
Tony Stewart's not on the list, no.
Yeah.
Kevin
Harvick's correct.
Is it something like Smoky Unit?
I'd like to point out that he's taking.
I can't remember.
Neil, these days he's vaping unit.
I can't remember how you pronounce it.
I don't think anyone
There is
got...
no points for handed over here, is there?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't say that at the start.
he
That's
did.
why we didn't bother shouting out McLaren things. We were working on our poem.
Yes, he did say that.
Nobody has got Lee Petty.
Neil's just maintaining
or
his
Herb
mantle as the
Thomas,
most
Tim
hated
Flock,
man at
Buck
Christmas
Baker,
quiz.
Pardon?
Joe Weatherly, Ned Jarrett, Terry Labonte, Red Byron, Bill Rexford, Rex White, Bobby Isaac, Benny Parsons. I don't think anyone said Bill Elliott.
Wasn't Benny Parsons a band leader?
And I don't think anyone said
Jack
Dale
Benny
Jarrett.
Parsons, that was.
Who? What was the last one?
Dale Jarrett.
No,
No.
no, we didn't say that.
So let's take a look at the scores at the end of the Anniversaries round.
Yeah, this has not gone well, has it?
Oof.
I think we might have a new leader.
It might have
I
been last.
don't think you have, because of the Nelly effect.
There's an elephant in the room and it's called Nelly.
Nelly, in a nice way. 67 points, way out in front. Phil's team on 41. Well done. Nick, you're on 20, and John's 1 point behind you on 19.
We
If they didn't shout out any answers.
All down to Darryl Waltrip. Darryl Waltrip.
Poem round, yeah?
So far.
We are about to do the poem round now, yes.
With 150 points riding on it.
So it's one poem per team. And we have to choose who's going to read it out for each team, and Nick's team is going to go first.
It is. Mr. Trustwell has created a poem extraordinaire, and will read the poem extraordinaire in an extraordinaire way.
And Tim, how are we judging this? On public acclamation or?
Yes, out of 10.
Out of 10.
What style of poetry have you gone for today?
Childish.
Childish poetry. Well, at least it might rhyme. Off you go.
Everybody listen. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. Silverstone, 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 it's close to home, my home. Go to Stowe, go to Stowe, go to Stowe. Don't be slow, don't be slow. Go and see the BRDC, the BRDC. Round and round, round and round, makes a loud sound. Please don't crash, have a smash, but bring your cash.
Very good. What I liked there was not only was it incredibly entertaining, it also had a very social, poignant comment. Did you hear that?
I've just had Stuart Pringle on the phone. He wants that engraved on a stone outside. Come in. Can that be
we're going to scrape it into the counter on the far side of the room.
I'm very worried about that echo. Echo.
Right, we're a double act.
A double act here, so
but it is one poem and completely not two poems that we both liked.
So we alternating lines or just alternating verses? Two verses. And Alex's verse goes first?
Shall it? Yeah.
Let's have a listen to this.
Artistically, it can go either way. Silverstone, Silverstone, similar start. Many chances for bodywork glances. One way to make a bill for Daddy, simply turn in late at Abbey. But if you're looking to do some real harm, you'll be wanting a brake failure at Farm. If you only want to visit the box, wipe the splitter off at Cops. But it will go in the trailer if you but in the trailer it will go if you drop it on the bump at Stowe.
And for decades it's been the home of motorsports, even when Bernie's Price had too many noughts. It might suffer when there's rain and gales, but it's still better than the Circuit of Wales. Next year, it will serve up a thrill when Phil's Revolution makes its debut in April.
Neil and Ben.
Short and sweet. There was a track called Silverstone, where the British Grand Prix has its home. Though its history is rich, the traffic's a bitch. The less said about the weather, the better.
Very good.
And Johnny, he's going to read yours.
Mr. Hindhoff is going to, because he's written it and he can deliver it perfectly. So he reckons.
I wish I could read my own writing. Across the start and not too shabby, barely a lift into Abbey. Left through Farm and come to no harm. Village the Loop and Aintree. You can go a little wide there maybe. Beware the sands as you turn in for Brooklands and make two corners out of Luffield. Woodkit come and gone. Breathe deep for Cops. Phew, no time lost. Maggots, Beckett's Chapel, great. Check the gauges on the hanger straight. Patience on the throttle, feel slow through Stowe, but get it right and you'll sail down to Vale. At Club, you leave the curbs alone, and that, dear friends, is a lap of Silverstone.
I think I have to question both the two teams there, because that team was terrible for once. They were track maps, they weren't poems.
It all rhymed.
Well, let's ask our judge here, who's
well, I like the social commentary of Paul's, I must say, and I gave that a solid 5. I loved the context and the topicality of your poem. I thought it was excellent. Gave you a solid 7. Neil? Don't give up the day job. That was a 3. And John, the Pam Ayres of track description, I like that a lot. So I have given you an 8.
Yay! 100.
I thought it was worth a 10. They were all in the right order as well.
Let's take a look at the options for our next specialist subject round. And this time it's Johnny's team to go first.
Obviously.
Johnny, you have
None
to
of them
pick
knew what was there.
someone who's not acted individually to do this. So I think
Yes.
that means it's you or Dave.
Go on, Dave.
Go on. What do you want?
No, I think you should pick. Dave can pick, can't he? Pick his
Yes.
category.
Let's have 1978.
1978. 10 questions about 1978.
You were barely a twinkle in the eye.
Yeah,
It's well before you were born, Johnny.
Well before.
I'm on my own.
Change your life, Johnny.
Question 1. Who won the British Grand Prix in 1978?
Bet you were there, Dave, weren't you?
No. No.
Okay, we're going to hand it across to Paul Trustwell.
Mario Andretti.
Is incorrect.
It was 79.
Carlos Reutemann is correct for point James Bailey. Question 2. 3 Austrian drivers entered Formula 1 races in this season. One was Niki Lauda. Can you name either of the other 2?
No.
No. Anyone else have any ideas here? Hans Stuck's not correct.
Helmut Koenig.
Helmut Koenig's not correct.
Oh, Marco.
Harold Ertl is one of them. The other one was
We're not
Hans
having that because
Binder.
everybody's guessed. So.
Hans Binder.
Hans Binder.
Oh,
He only entered one and failed to qualify.
Chosen wrong category.
Question 3. Who won the Indy 500 in this season? His 3rd victory at that race.
Can I change categories?
No.
No.
Question again, sorry.
Who won the Indy 500 in this season? His 3rd victory at that race.
Mario Andretti.
It was not Mario Andretti.
Doing Formula 1.
It was Al Unsernick. Question 4. Peter Brock won his 3rd Bathurst 1000 in this year. Which New Zealand driver shared the car with him to take his first victory?
Can we confirm?
Yes, but you only get half a point.
Kiwi.
Mm-hmm.
Hume. Danny Hume.
It was not. It was Jim Richards, Neil. Well done.
Had to be one of the 2.
Question 5. Which manufacturer won the 1978 World Rally Championship?
Audi.
Wasn't Audi. We'll offer it to anyone else. Not Ford. It was Fiat. But
Was it?
1-3-1 mirror for you. It was a roll.
Question 6. In 1978, there were 2 rival British Formula 3 championships, one run by the BRDC and one run by the BARC. Can you name the drivers who won both?
2 different drivers.
2 different drivers. One won and finished second in the other, and the other vice versa.
Ah.
You got it.
78. No.
No.
Nelson Piquet and Derek Warwick.
Are correct answers. Do you know which one won which?
Yeah, 1-1-1.
Was one the PA?
Derek won the BRDC.
No, he didn't.
That was the other way around.
Nelson Piquet won the BRDC and Derek won the BARC. Question 7. Question 7. Who was the 500cc motorcycle champion in 1978?
Don't know. 78. Schwantz.
It wasn't. It was Kenny Roberts, Nick.
Sorry, I did know that one.
Tri-Central was a coach company based in Dunstable. They sponsored which championship for the first time in 1978? There's lots of people who know this one.
Apart from Dave.
Tri-Central.
Yeah. Tricentrol.
British touring cars.
Correct.
Well done.
Question 9. The 1996 Swedish Renault 5 Junior champion was born in this year. Who was he? He went on to win the Scandinavian Touring Car Championship, DTM and World Rallycross titles.
Ooh. 78. Sorry, what did he win?
In 1996, he won the
Oh, it's
Swedish
Petter
Renault
Solberg.
5. It wasn't Petter Solberg.
Matthias Ekstrom.
Matthias Ekstrom.
Sorry.
I think H got there first.
Didn't have to be Swedish.
You're right.
And finally, question 10. The 1978 European Formula 2 Championship had 4 races out of its 12 in Italy. Can you name the 4 Italian circuits that were used?
Monza.
No.
That's it then, I can't.
No kind of championship at all, that then, was it? So it's going to be the little places.
No idea.
Is anyone?
Vallelunga.
Vallelunga, Misano,
Misano.
Mugello and Enna.
Enna,
Oh,
Ragusa.
There we go.
I thought Monza was a bit
Should have been. I don't think his answers are right.
Ben,
Hi.
would you like Daly, Christmas or Suzuki?
Christmas is going to be the same as what you did in the last round, where you made funny words up from people's names.
No.
Well, I'll do Christmas.
Christmas, excellent.
And he
You may have fallen into his trap.
Excellent.
The answers are all racing drivers who were born on December the 25th.
Oh.
Question 1. Which driver won the 2012 World Touring Car Championship?
Oh, I could do that one. Rob Huff.
Rob Huff is correct. Question 2. A former Team USA scholarship driver, he won the Walter Hayes Trophy in 2009.
Joseph Newgarden?
No. Offer it around. No.
No, it's
Connor
the same year.
De Filippi.
2009.
Yes.
Blimey.
He was the
He is
youngest ever,
babyface, isn't he?
youngest ever winner of the Walter Hayes Trophy. Question 3. This driver became the first Chinese driver to win a race in an FIA World Championship. He did it in Russia in 2014 in the World Touring Car Championship.
Marquin Ha.
Correct.
Kwai Min Ha.
Margin Qua.
How has this worked out? It could
I-
be
can
2
I-
World Touring Car questions.
Can I have that point because I said his name?
Correctly. But I understood from what
Ringham
Ben
Mark.
said who he meant. Question 4. This driver made history by being the first point-scoring driver in Formula 1 to have a point-scoring son in Formula 1.
So who are you looking for? The son or
The father.
The father.
The one who was born on Christmas Day.
Kevin Magnussen. Jan Magnussen.
Is incorrect. We'll offer it around.
Wilson Fittipaldi?
Wilson Fittipaldi is correct. Christian Fittipaldi, his son. Question 5. This driver won on his F1 debut. It was the 1961 French Grand Prix.
Bit before my time.
Your dad was there.
No, he wasn't.
I bet he was.
He goes, he did. And now, the Shepherd.
No. Wait,
No.
sorry.
Paul knows, by the way.
Yeah, same
James
as
and
James.
Paul both think they knew. Who do you think it was?
Was it Alberto Ascari?
It was
No.
not Alberto
Jean
Ascari.
It was sorry?
It was not Ascari.
No,
it
it's
was.
spaghetti.
It was Giancarlo Baghetti. Yes.
Giancarlo Baghetti.
Question 6. A statue of this Swiss driver is located at the entrance of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum. He raced in the Indy 500 4 times, but failed to finish 3 of them.
Swiss driver.
It's not going to be who you think it is, is it?
Hervé Toguro.
I'm not even going to pretend to know.
Anyone else have an idea?
No.
Regazzoni?
Mark Stewart.
No. No, much earlier. We're talking about Louis Chevrolet.
Very good.
Question 7. This driver won his class at the Daytona 24 Hours in 2008 and 2010.
Couldn't develop me again.
I'm born on Christmas Day.
And was born on Christmas Day.
It's a Mexican driver called Jesus.
Open it up.
Which class?
It was
No.
GT.
Oh, Heidi's got it without it.
We'll offer it a round and see if John knows.
Tommy Milner?
No. It was David Haskell.
Obviously.
Yes. I was struggling to find drivers born on Christmas Day, to be fair.
Really?
Between 1998 and 2004, this Tennessee driver finished in the top 10 in Trans Am
what?
every season. He's also raced in Grand Am, ALMS, and he's done 3 NASCAR races at Sonoma and Watkins Glen.
Road car specialist.
Open that one up to the floor.
Greg Pickett.
No. It was Johnny Miller.
Right.
Question 9.
Yes.
This French racing driver drove for L'Arbre Competition at Le Mans in 2004 and 2005.
Ooh. I think I might know that one.
Jean-Pierre Xmas.
Sorry, Neil.
These are hard.
Was it Olivier Panis?
It was not.
There's a few more clues I could attach to that one.
Anyone know?
Jean-Philippe Bellot?
No, it was Olivier Dupart. Question 10. A former downhill skier, this female Canadian driver raced in the NASCAR Busch Series, Indy Lights, Formula Atlantic and Grand Am before her sudden retirement in 1998. She died in 2006 after a long illness.
IndyCar. Female IndyCar driver.
Indy Lights.
Indy Lights.
Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah. Nope.
Anybody? Not Linton James, who I believe is still alive.
Very much
Just
still
Prince.
is, yes.
It's not the biggest area of this quiz so far, I can tell you.
No, that was Cat Teasdale.
Sounds like a Coronation Street actor.
I asked for a skiing question, so thank you.
And you got one. Phil, who would you like to play? You can't choose Alex. So James.
Okay.
He's on a roll.
And James, would you like Suzuki or Derek Daly?
1978 again.
We all know the answers for that now.
Derek Daly. Okay, 10 questions about Derek Daly coming up. Question 1. In what year did Derek Daly win the Sebring 12 Hours and also finish second in the Sebring 12 Hours?
1984.
Is incorrect. We'll offer it a round.
88.
It wasn't. It was 1990. Question 2. How many wins did Derek Daly take in Formula 2?
3.
Is correct.
Whoa!
Question 3. At which track did Daly crash in 1984, breaking his left leg, hip, pelvis, ribs and hand?
Indianapolis.
Is incorrect. We'll offer that a round.
Road Atlanta?
No, it's
Watkins Glen?
Michigan International Speedway. Question 4. Daly raced for 6 Formula 1 teams. Can you name 3 of them?
Tyrrell, March, Williams.
Correct. Question 5.
What's the other 3?
The other 3 were Hesketh, Ensign and Theodore.
Thank you.
Are you getting that 1 point now, Tim?
Yes. Question 5. Daly's best Formula 1 results came at the 1980 British Grand Prix. Where did he finish?
4th.
Is correct.
Daily monster.
Where did this come from?
Question 6. In what year did Derek Daly win the Formula Ford Festival?
He's won it more than once.
76.
Is correct.
What week and day?
Question 7. Derek Daly won the British Formula 3 Championship in 1977. Who was the other Irish driver on the grid that season?
Bernard Devaney.
Is incorrect. We'll
Tommy
offer it
Byrne?
a round. Not Tommy Byrne.
Dennis Jordan.
No. David Kennedy is correct,
good answer.
Neil. Not giving you a point for that, though. Question 8. Derek Daly has 3 sons with names beginning with the letter C. Connor is one. Name either of the other 2.
Carl and Chris.
That would be so apt, but no. Colin and Christian they were. Question 9. Daly finished 4th at Le Mans in 1988 in the TWR Jaguar. Who were the other 2 drivers?
Eddie Cheever.
No. Anyone know?
That was afterwards.
Kevin Cogan.
Kevin Cogan was one, Neil.
Was it John Nielsen?
It wasn't. It was Larry Perkins. Finally, question 10. How many times did Daly race in the Indy 500?
6.
Is correct.
How often do you think about Derek?
Daily,
yes. You missed out the most important question. Well, what American circuit did Derek Daly take us off the air?
Yes.
Yes. And the answer was?
Road
Atlanta.
What idiot did it 10 minutes later?
Nick, you are left with Suzuki.
Yeah, but if it's actually a straight up question, I'll go for it. Because I feel I know more about Suzuki than Paul does.
I would take one of the other options available left.
I will have Suzuki because I know the questions will not be about Suzuki, so let's go for it.
Okay, as you've guessed, it's
People
not
with
about...
Japanese drivers with named Suzuki or something.
Specifically, it's about Toshio Suzuki.
I have no idea who he is. These questions are not falling well for this team, are they?
Toshio Suzuki started 2 Formula 1 Grand Prix for Lavousse as a substitute for which driver?
Philip Alliot.
Is correct.
Thank you.
You said you didn't know this.
I know about Philip Alliot.
Question 2. In which year did Suzuki win the Formula Nippon title as a driver?
91?
It was 1995. Question 3. Suzuki took part in 12 Le Mans 24
Yes, he
hours.
did, yeah.
In what car did he finish second overall in 1999?
BMW.
No.
Toyota.
Toyota GT1, correct. Question 4. Suzuki was the inaugural All-Japan Formula 3 champion. In what year?
1993.
1979.
That's close.
Question 5. Suzuki won the Daytona 24 Hours in 1992. Can you name either of his teammates?
Absolutely not, no.
It's probably correct. Kazuyoshi Hoshino and Masahiro Hisami were the answers.
Right, yeah.
1982. I thought that was 1991.
That's 92. They did enter in 91 but didn't finish.
Okay.
Which might have given away a later answer, I don't know. Question 6. At which track did Suzuki take part in his only NASCAR race?
Watkins Glen.
Is incorrect. It was Nazareth. Question 7. In what year was Toshio Suzuki born?
60.
1960. It was 1955.
Wow.
How many race wins does Toshio Suzuki have in Formula 3000 and Formula Nippon?
What, between the two of them?
Yes, because it was effectively the same championship.
Right. I'm going to go for 27.
Is incorrect.
24.
5.
Close.
What was the team that Suzuki raced for at the 2000 and 2001 Daytona 24 Hours, named after a seminal Japanese synth-pop group?
What is that?
What year?
2000 and
I love it.
2001.
Paul said, what year? Because Paul is an expert in seminal Japanese synth-pop bands, but obviously it depends which side of the millennium. Because in the 1990s, the synth-pop band area of Japan was completely different.
I was completely thrown by synth pop. I thought, what is that?
I think it's fair to say I have no idea.
Anybody? It was called Yellow Magic.
Oh.
Finally, question 10. Suzuki raced in the Japanese Touring Car Championship in 1995. Which British driver was the champion that season?
Words. Patrick Watts.
Wasn't Patrick
Talking about
Watts?
Super GT, yeah?
No, talking about Japanese touring cars.
JT, you go for it. I'm going to go Ralph Furman.
Was it Steve Soap?
Was Steve Soper.
No points for that one.
Right, let's reveal the answer to the picture round.
Oh yes, picture round.
Bang on!
Bang on!
Sebastian Ogier.
You even got the name in the window.
Say it properly.
Sorry, he's Sebastian Ogier. We're not allowed to say it like that anymore, though, are we, Ben? Which of the pieces of art, and get Kerry to help you judge. That's pretty good.
I reckon our DeLorean.
That's actually jumping.
It's because Tim held it up to the light, you see.
No,
Oh,
I
come
don't
on.
think so. That's got 2 passengers. Oh, that's right.
Passengers?
That's your one.
I even got the wheel arches right on mine.
Am I grading them or just picking a winner?
Just
Pick
picking
a
one.
winner.
And the ball on the side.
In that case, it's that would be young John Hindhoff.
Get in.
Drawing cars again.
Yes.
Have a look.
1,000,000 points. Come on.
That's worth 10 points.
That might take us above Nick, that's all. Does it take us above Nick? That's all I want to know.
So let's take a look at the final scores with the
He's
picture
going to rue those
round.
musical questions he missed.
He is. And
Mike.
last, very much least, young Nicholas Damon.
That's like a victory from Shirley from Blackpool and Sunderland, isn't it?
Two right.
Hindhoff saves the team from ignominy with the picture round and the poetry round with 38 points.
Well done. You
I always like a nice round 38.
Second on the podium.
Second on the podium.
Phil's team, well done. 57 points.
Also 15 laps back.
And the maestros.
No, one maestro.
Absolutely.
Ben's team, helped by Nelly Telly. Congratulations, 74 points.
Thank you, Neil.
So congratulations to our winners. I would like to once again thank Silverstone for their hospitality again tonight, to all of our contestants for taking part.
And to Tim for putting the quiz together. Well done.
Yes.
And a very quick reminder that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock it's the Toro Radio Show
Christmas
quiz.
special, yes, which does include a quiz. But that is all we've got time for now, because we've already overrun by a minute and 45 seconds. So,
Really?
good night.